Hi, and welcome back to Tech and Traditions. I'm your host, Patty Cannon. I wanted to just share a quick story with you guys. It's something that really helped me kind of start the building blocks of being a responsible parent years and years ago. Personally, I joined the Air Force. Well, let's back up just a little bit. I got married very young, 17. Yeah. So I had to learn how to go to the Bureau of Vital Statistics and get my name changed, get my ID. My mother-in-law at that point took myself and my sister-in-law Danny and my sister Carrie all to get our driver's license because we were all under the age of 18. Yeah, it was crazy. And my sister and I, well, long story short, Judy was there for both of us. So in order to do all of that, I had to learn to adult pretty doggone quickly. But as time went on and I joined the military, there were additional documents that I needed. And I had to learn how to get all of that on my own. And it was kind of frustrating. But it taught me to try and be prepared at all times, because you just never know what you're going to need in order to get a job. You don't know if you're going to need this to get married or to buy a house. There's certain things that you need growing up and adulting. it's just one of those things. So fast forward a little bit. After I joined the military and I had to have shot records and just marriage license, birth certificate, social security card, and ID just to get in. And back up from that just a little bit, just to go to college, had to have all the same things. Again, preparedness is what me got through that. Once my kids were born, now this is where things got a little bit crazy, just a little bit. So bear with me here. I started having my children at the age of 20. My first daughter, when she was born, oh my goodness, life was kind of crazy. If you know what I'm talking about, when you have your first child, first off, everything has to be absolutely perfect, right? And if it's not, you get a little frazzled. Me, I was very frazzled. Wasn't quite sure what to do with myself, and I misplaced things. I misplaced things so often that I had to reorder my birth certificate. I had to reorder my driver's license and my social security card because, yeah, me being a little airhead back then, I lost everything. Once I finally got my daughter's birth certificate ordered, I tried to keep it safe in her little baby album. And then, life went on and it was time for her to go to school. Well, daycare there on the base. And I couldn't find it. I had to reorder everything again. And so time goes on and get all that squared away. And then baby number 2 comes along. Things are going swimmingly. We move, from one state over to another state, remarried, ended up having to have my divorce papers and my marriage license, birth certificate, driver's license, social security card. You know where I'm going with this. I had to have everything changed, and everything had to go with us and be safe in the travels. So then, more babies come along. We got a lot of them. And as time goes on, you need to get a new job. You need to buy a house. You need to rent an apartment. All of these things you need to have your identification for. And me, a very young mom, at one point with 4 children under the age of 8, I was losing my mind. I was absolutely ditzy, could not keep up with anything. I couldn't keep up with my stuff, much less 4 children and my husband's at the time. Lord help me. So as time goes on, things change again, and I have to get remarried. Well, I decide to get remarried again. And so I had to have my divorce papers and my marriage license. Yeah, I'm spilling all sorts of tea here on myself. But it's helpful to understand just how many documents you need to have on hand, especially if you've been married and you've been divorced and you want to remarry. You got to have a lot of documents. So I started to keep myself a binder of all of these things. I needed a copy of my DD 214 from whenever I got out of the Air Force and any letters of accommodation that I have. So whenever I went into the real world to work out there, I would have a resume, if you will, things that I had done to better my life and to make it to where people saw me as a valuable commodity for their company. And then life goes on a little bit more and more kids come along. Another marriage comes along again. Teas spilled all over the place. But life is life, right? So then it comes to the point where my oldest daughter, it was time to get her driver's license. Yeah. She was 15 going on 16, and she wanted to go to driver's ed. And what could mommy not find? I couldn't find her birth certificate or her social security card. I am telling you, I was a complete lost it all ditzy person, right? I was trying really hard. Lord help me. I was trying, but it wasn't always easy. So thank goodness she was a very organized child. So I gave her all of her paperwork. Once I finally reordered it all again, poor child number one, she must have had like 5 different copies of her birth certificate ordered before she was 15 years old. So she goes through driver's ed training, the whole shebang, right? I won't go into any more portion of that story, but let's just say this. By the time she was graduated high school and joining the Navy, we had to get it all again. And then once she was in the Navy, for her to, because she still didn't have her driver's license at this point, for her to get her driver's license, she came home on leave and she was like, Mama, I need my paperwork. I had everything expedited again. This poor child, I'll tell you what, had it all expedited again. And we finally got her driver's license. That was a fun day. Thank goodness for small towns in Texas that let us come in and do it over and over again, understanding the fact that she was about to deploy on her first deployment and she had to have that driver's license. So as life went on, more and more kids were leaving the nest. And I finally, after I don't know, 20 years, figured it out. I needed to have everything all in one place, not just for myself, not just for my husband, but also for my kids when they left the nest, so that they were not a frazzled, crazy little mom or son or daddy. I wanted them to have a really good setup on life. So I finally got smart and I got myself a binder, just a simple binder, little handle on it. And inside is everything from every marriage license, every divorce record, child custody, all the shebang, plus birth certificates, social security cards, passports. It's all in one place. It goes with us in case of an emergency. This is our life binder. I can grab this and I'm able to secure my husband and I, our documents. I can secure our pets' shot records. I even have copies that I eventually found of birth certificates and social security cards of my children. And it's a good thing I have them, because I still get those phone calls every once in a while. Mom, I need to go do this and I don't have that. Can you help me with that? So this is a very valuable thing to have in your home. And it took me many, many years to figure out how to build a life binder. When I went into the hospital, I guess about 2.5, 3 years ago, an unfortunate thing happened. And during that time period, this is just one of those life events where you just never know what's going to come at you. And so during that time, I ended up remaining in the hospital for about 3 months. And so My poor husband, he was so used to me taking care of anything paperwork wise whenever it came to our life, birth certificates, social security cards, all that good stuff. He wasn't sure what to do. And at one point, I was not able to communicate with him. And so when I finally was able to wake up, I told him, I said, you've got to get the life binder. You have to go get the brown one with the handle. It has everything we're going to need in order for you to turn in, a request for the long-term care insurance to kick in. So he went back to the house and he got it and he brought it up to the hospital, and thank God he was able to do that, because from that binder, this binder right here, he was able to secure everything I needed for my long-term disability, the long-term disability, the long-term care insurance that I needed in order to, once I got out of the hospital, to have all the care that I needed, to get a little paycheck as I needed until I could get back up on my feet again. So the life binder came in clutch. That's for darn sure. Now, when my kids leave our home, every time I ask them, do you have your life binder? And they'll tell me, Mom, yes, I have my life binder. You've already made it for me. Yes, I've got it. Or, matter of fact, do you have a copy of this? We all went on a cruise one summer ago. We all went on a cruise, and none of us had our passports. So I was sitting there scrambling, at the last minute, just asking everybody, do you have your life binders? Do you have all your identification to go on this cruise? And my youngest son, the very youngest, Dakota, he was like, I don't have everything I need. And I was like, hold on, I've got it. So I was able to pull it out of the life binder. Anyway, very long story. Coming back around here. Very long story. But it's so very important that you understand that the life binder is not for, it's not for just those types of things. It's not for everyday life events like that, but it's also in case of an emergency. If there was a fire in my house today, I know exactly where it is. I grab it and I run out, even before my cell phone, because these documents will be there for me if technology gets all messed up. Like in our last video, we talked about, what if the cell towers go down today? What if electricity goes out today? Anything could happen. And this isn't doomsday prepping. This is just being prepared for real life. A flood's coming, a tornado, a hurricane. My life binder is in my vehicle, ready to go. Well, it's in my hand, going out to my vehicle as quickly as possible, ready to go. So if we need to restart, we can restart. I have every kind of document in there you can think of, as well as a thumb drive to any documents that might be where I could upload them if things do get back to normal. You need to keep things in there, like if you have a copy of your deed, or if you have a copy of, certificates or bonds. But when it's at your house, keep it in your safe. It's a very important binder right here. Keep it in a safe space. Make sure you have easy access to it. Just you, not anybody else. Make sure you have easy access to it, and be prepared when that moment comes. And we always pray that moment never comes, but you just never know. You just never know. One other example. I'll make this super quick because I know my videos get way too long. Several years ago, we were living in Texas and in this neighborhood, and it was one that was surrounded by levees, and it was just on the outskirts of Sugar Land, Texas. It was surrounded by all these levees, and we were next to a very, very prestigious neighborhood. And the levees didn't hold during a storm, and all of the homes in the lower portion where the more prestigious homes were flooded. And I don't mean a little bit. It was to the point where my husband got the jet skis out, and he got one of his little tugs, like a little lifeboat, and took it out there. And we started rescuing people first thing in the morning, even before the National Guard got there. But you know what people were bringing out? And this is it just blows my mind. People were bringing out, this one woman My hand to God brought out rolls of paper towels. I'm not even kidding. Did any of them have anything even remotely like a life binder that they could have grabbed? Who knows? Their homes were destroyed. Water was all the way up to their necks in some cases. It was the scariest thing I had ever experienced. And I know I wasn't even the one in the homes, in the water, that deep, that fast. I was on the jet ski with my husband, trying to get these people out, giving them a way to, to get to safety. But if they would have just had something like that, they could have picked up that one thing and carried it out and had no more worries as far as everything was in one place. Do you have a life binder? Have you started putting together a life binder? I'm going to put a link in the video to just a list of things that would be really helpful for you to have in there. Check it out. Let me know what your thoughts are. And if you found this type of content helpful, relatable, reliable, and trustworthy, please click that subscribe button and the notification bell. I'm brand new at YouTube, so I'm not sure of all the pretty words to say, but do that and share the video and share any comments that you have. Say hi. Just let me know you're here. Again, my whole premise of having this YouTube channel is to have friends and to just make some more along the way. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. This is Patty Cannon with Tech and Traditions. Bye now.